So this is going to be a video about changing the O2 sensors on a 2019 Volvo XC90, which I think is the same for 17 on up for a little while. I don't know when that engine ends. I'm going to start by showing you the overall area you're working with, and then we'll get into the how on how to do it. I couldn't find the info on this online, so I thought I'd make a video to try and help out. So first thing to point out under the hood, you're going to need to take off your little cover right here. And then the two plugs, this is the one going to your rear O2 sensor that you'll have to unplug. And then this is the one going to the forward O2 sensor. And there's some clips you have to slide the wires out of. So there's that. Now let me show you what it looks like on the underside, and then we'll get into wrenching. So now going underneath the car, I realize I have these lifts, which makes it super easy. It doesn't mean you can't do it if you don't have them. It makes it way easier, but you just need to get access to this area. So kind of zooming back here so you see the general area. Here we are under the car. We're gonna go in front of the catalytic converter. We're gonna look up in here, see if I can't show you what we're gonna try and do. So there's that heat shield right there. It's got that bolt, and there's another one I can't quite show you, but I can feel it. I gotta take off those two heat shields. Then we're gonna pull out that sensor right there. And then behind that heat shield, come around to the other side over here. You can see that gold lume. Let me get that heat shield off, which I won't be able to show you on video. I'm just gonna take out those two bolts and we'll resume from there. Next step, so we got this heat shield off that I showed you. I ended up realizing I wanted to take off this heat shield too. Show you where. That was on this side. And you can see this little screw right there, black and brown one, and then it was up in that clip. So it was wedged up in that clip, and then that one screw, you take that off, and now we have a lot greater access to that. Make it a lot easier. Time to get to the sensors. They're about 7/8 inch. They're metric, but I don't have the metric crossover for that. So we're gonna use 7/8 inch wrench to pop it out. Got them both popped out. This one on this right side, I found using a short stubby wrench was a lot easier than using a big long one. But this one on this side, I was able to get a long one in just fine. You can see the end of it right there. Now that I've got them out, I'm gonna go unplug them from the top, and then we'll pull them out. The car back down. Now I'm looking at the top. Like I mentioned, we've got this sensor here, so we're gonna need to unplug that. And then we've got this one over here. Need to push the clip in and unplug this. Got them unhooked. There's a couple little cable holders back here that I'm gonna have to work with to get these out, but now we're gonna work on getting those lines out, and I'll tell you how we did that after. All right, got them both out. As you can see, they're not that long. Both of them, this one on the left, it had a clip right here I had to pull it out of, and then it just pulled right out. The other one had a clip down at the bottom that you got to slide the wires out of, and then it was slid into a little hole down here, and then again, it just slid right out. Time to get the new sensors and throw them in. I plugged in the new sensors and then just fed them down the same way I pulled them out, and they just dropped kind of right into the area I needed them. So now I'm gonna put those in, and then I'll put the wires back in the clips. We'll go to that point. All right, we're gonna zoom in here, see if we can show you. Got that one installed. It's pretty straightforward. I mean, it comes out one way, goes in one way. Got that one installed. Time to reinstall these two heat shields. Okay, let's recap everything. We got the sensor installed over here, got our heat shield, slid back into that clip up there, and then got the bolt on. Sensor is tight. Here, got that heat shield that was in our way installed. Sensor up there, it was all tightened down beforehand. Everything's good. Went back up top, got my clips plugged in, bring it down, and we'll check and see if the engine code's all done. Just as a review on these things, it was a 10mm bolt to get the heat shields off, and then I used a 7/8 wrench to get the sensors out. And I need a screwdriver a couple times to pop up some clips. A short 7/8, a stubby one, was really helpful. I was able to get a long one in on one of the sensors, but that stubby one was super helpful. I'd super recommend grabbing that for this. Hopefully that's good enough instruction to get you going.